New player coming in. This is Alex Miller joining us. He's going to be in seat number 5. And he's going to buy in for €10,000. That actually makes him short stacked at the table, if you can believe that. That's how big our game is.
Yes, the minimum buy-in's 10,000. Some of these players in for a lot more.
Like some of our players already at the table, Alex is known as an online cash game player. We'll see how he goes in the live arena.
Give me 9.5 to 1.
No, I'm not giving it back at all.
50 more, yeah.
Riku is in on the button. Peter Eastgate is going to pop in the extra 50 from the big blind, and 3 of them will take a flop.
2, 3, 2.
Well, the 3-4 is in front right now.
What's that?
2, 2, 5.
2 to 5.
Cool.
Quick call from Andy Black.
Yeah, doesn't want to hit his 4.
King.
Yeah, that would not be plan A for Andy Black.
500.
Oh, he nearly passed. He thought about it.
Yeah, he has the best hand. But obviously difficult for him to know that.
Yeah, you can only actually be beating a bluff.
Win all the small ones, lose all the big ones.
I used to whinge as well when I was your age. Yeah. I stopped like maybe 2 years ago. It wasn't working. 18 years it took me to stop whinging. There's a great sign if you go into this card room in San Diego. Do you know what whinging means? Do you know what whinging? Oh, it's like kind of moaning, whining.
Where? What?
Moaning, whining. That's what whinging means, yeah? Yeah? That's what whinging means, yeah? Yeah, so anyway, there's this card room in San Diego. I think it's shut down, a poker room in San Diego. And you go in there, and as you go into the toilet, there's this huge sign.
2.
Yeah, big sign all the way across, and it goes, no whinging allowed. It's true. It's great, isn't it?
Well, you won't hear much whinging at this table.
200.
200.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit from Andy Black. But all these players are experienced players. And if they lose a big pot, they just get on with it. Go and whinge to their other halves afterwards, something like that.
Well, this is the first pot for Alex Miller.
Goodness me.
And he's been re-raised already.
I'll teach you to raise.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome to the game.
22, 25.
This is how we say hello in Finland and Denmark.
Every time he just ruins my plans. I mean,
And the only person with a really, really strong hand
Pass.
is Eric Lou with his pocket 9s, and he's had to muck it.
Fine. Let you have this one.
Go on. I was only joking.
Fascinating. It's almost as if Albert Iverson can see through Riku's cards. I mean,
Yeah, it's a very good re-raise here.
how he knows he's weak, I don't know, but he's read the situation perfectly.
He has me at least.
can't do anything about it.
Impressive stuff from Albert.
That third raise looks so much stronger.
How bad was it? No, I'm serious. That's true. Oh, I won't, because I'll be in San Francisco, crying, just wondering.
He lost a couple of decent-sized pots early, Albert Iverson, in seat 1. But his aggression has paid since. He's up almost €8,000 overall.
Yeah, you can see why this kid got 3 cashes in the 2008 World Series of Poker events. With creative play like that, he definitely knows his way around a poker table.
Well, they'll have trouble shifting Alex Miller off this one.
Is that what it was?
What's that? What's a squeeze play?
Something the cool kids are talking about.
Cool.
Something about squeezing.
I just nod when they talk about stuff like that. Oh, yeah.
3 of them to the flop. Alex
3,
Miller's
8.
kings are in front. And they'll stay that way.
Check.
Sometimes I just don't fold my fours.
450.
450.
I had 4s earlier. There wasn't a lot of 4s coming up, mate.
Second time
Pass.
Oh, show on, show out.
Alex Miller's got his feet wet. Much more success this
Didn't show
time.
anyone.
Much bigger hand this time.
Himself.
Yeah, everyone showed their first hand. Turn them over, dealer.
Don't listen to them. Just tell me what you think.
That's a lie. The combination. That was a combination there.
Here we are with the ranking of hands. If all else fails, you've always got your high card. Next best is 1 pair. Better yet, 2 pair. After that, 3 of a kind, also known as trips or a set. This is followed by a straight, 5 cards in a row of any suit. Next up, a flush, prettiest of all the hands, 5 cards of the same suit, in any order. You'll usually win with a full house, 3 of a kind and a pair. That's unless your opponent has 4 of a kind, also called quads. Almost unbeatable is a straight flush, that's 5 cards, all in order, all of the same suit. And finally, the most beautiful hand of all, a royal flush. That's a straight flush, ace high. Fascinating game of poker so far. Played for high stakes with players that are pretty fearless. We've seen some really creative moves, Gary.
Yes, we have. We've seen some big plays, some big re-raises, big calls.
Yeah.
And our new face has settled in, Alex Miller. He's just steadied the ship, won his first pot. And now he's won the big blind for his troubles.
Call. Aggressively.
And Andy Black calling.
Making the aggressive call. Vanessa Russo patented that, I think.
Okay, raise. 250.
Well, it's tough to limp into a pot with some of these players. Eric Lou's going to put the pressure on.
Re-raise 800.
Now Neil Channing re-raises and has aces. He hasn't re-raised. I don't think he's re-raised all game.
He hasn't even noticed how tight I'm playing.
He's not got rid of Andy Black.
Eric Lou's probably thinking this is a tempting opportunity to get into a lot of trouble.
Eric's going to bow out. He's caused enough trouble now.
Andy Black looking for a 7 to crack Neil's aces.
10, 8, queen.
Check.
Check. Check.
Neil mixing it up a bit.
King. Check. Check.
Getting a little bit uglier for the aces.
2.
800.
No.
No.
Show the bluff, show the bluff.
You can't show a bloody bluff.
Oh, it wasn't a bluff, was it? I mean, it was like a re-raise, then there came a king, a 10, a queen, you know, I can't possibly have missed. Did you?
Neil had the best hand the whole way. Couldn't get paid though.
Never fold.
Tried his absolute best to, though.
Didn't he?
Every trick in the book.
Hasn't been his day so far, Neil. Down over 4,000 euros, but it's early days for him. Our big chip winner so far, Eric Lou, up 36,600 euros. There is the man in question. He's been a dominating presence at the table when he's played. Hasn't really put a foot wrong.
Nope, not at all. And when he has got caught, every now and then he's wriggled out as well, like catching a jack earlier on against Peter Eastgate.
I was doing a bit of straddling. I was doing my brain.
Easy.
There we go.
Okay, raise 350 total.
Well, you can argue that Albert Iverson's been the most aggressive player at the table.
I'm doing 5 grand.
Re-raise.
And this is interesting. Both players with the same hand, Gary.
Yes. And they've even got each other's flush draws.
Right players to have them as well. Possibly the most active players on the table.
Probably going to be a more interesting flop if neither of them catches. Although if an ace or king does come down, it would be curious to see who plays, who flinches first. But as it happens,
check.
Neither player catching any of the flop.
Well, Eric has the lead from the pre-flop action. Looks like he's going to continue.
Yep, he's definitely got the
1,750 to play.
Momentum right now.
Well, Albert might be thinking about a check raise bluff here.
Well, he's reaching deep enough for one.
Call.
Well, it's just a call. Strange move out of position. We'll be curious to see whether Eric can carry on betting with that card.
Check.
Well, is Albert looking to bluff the river?
Someone needs to have a bluff at it. Albert probably thinks he's winning. He probably doesn't feel like he has to bluff.
Yeah, he knows that Eric will 3-bet pre-flop with a wide range.
And if he's unlikely to get rid of 10s, jacks, 9s, all of these are likely to call him, especially the way he's played it.
Check.
Chop it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, no.
Albert says ace high. Eric thinks fantastic. Only to chop it up.
Interesting call on the flop from Albert. He clearly suspicious of Eric and his re-raising pre-flop.
Yeah, knows that there's a half-decent chance that Eric hasn't got anything that's beating ace-king. Still, it's a dangerous play. If you don't think he's got any of it, you're out of position. Maybe give it a little re-raise. There's dangers to that play too, but it's dangerous crossing the street, but sometimes you got to do it.
Join us after the break for more action from the European cash game.